Welcome back, everybody, to more Game Dev Tycoon. Game convention's kind of hitting us right here in the mouth. We don't have anything that's actually being developed at the moment. So there's, we could make a presence, I guess, but I don't really have too much of an idea going into this one. We do have 54 research points. Let's go ahead and do a small one. I guess we don't have to show up, unless I just, go nutty right here. And just get an amazing idea, but who knows. Let's see what we want. One thing I haven't done is I actually haven't done any publishing work, and I don't know if I'm going to do any publishing work or not. I really don't. The Civ Cans 2, which was an absolute banger, $7 million profit. I guess we can kind of start from there. I've been developing games through 2D graphics this entire time. And that's mostly due to the game, the game itself. There's not really a huge difference until like the later ends of the game when it comes to the 3D, the 3D visuals and things like that. It doesn't actually it doesn't go with IRL. So don't try to confuse the game with IRL. The 3D graphics are good, probably late stage, but you can play the entire game just fine with 2D graphics. And the reason why I've been doing 2D graphics is to level up that, plus it's been a higher version than what we have. Yeah, we can start doing 3D graphics now to eventually start leveling that up towards the end of the game. And I think maybe because we are on year 22, it might be worth kind of dabbling into a little bit of 3D graphics just so we can start leveling up. I believe, if I remember correctly, you can't actually get a perfect score in this game. At least maybe a perfect score AAA game, unless you have version 5, I believe, version 5 of 3D graphics. So yeah, it just depends on which way you swing and which way you play this game and things like that. But yeah, it's one of those things that you could play the entire game doing one or the other. It doesn't really matter. Game report, our post-release analysis of Civ Cans 2 is complete, and we got the following results. This is something we haven't done, and mostly because I like kind of the guessing of the game. It probably handicaps me, hurts me a bit, but it's fun to kind of just do the guessing of the game. But we kind of know that evolution and strategy is a great combination, just naturally the games, how they perform in the market. For this, dialogues seem not to be important of this type of game, which in evolution and strategy, yeah, probably not. Platform genre, PC strategy is great. We already know that. Platform audience match, PC everyone is good. We already know that too, because just basically from what the game has told us up to this point, and just watching the games perform, and just naturally knowing kind of in a way some games don't need this much dialogue. Some games don't need this much questing and things like that. So the game report, we know these already. So anyways, let's kind of look at what we have. I have $5 million. It might be good enough to get another engine, but if we get another engine, it's just going to be a virtual economy. The question is should I start trying to level up 3D graphics this episode or not? We could, I guess. We could. Because what is it, year 22? Yeah, we could start doing that. Let's look into some research here. Basic physics, minigames, soundtrack, dialogue tree, advanced cutscenes, branching story. That's also another thing, is we have very low, not very low, but things that, look at that right there, 2D graphics version 3. Now that would be pretty sweet to have, right? To throw out some version 3 2D graphics. But if we want to go and start leveling up 3D, we got to ignore that, right? And maybe we do that. Now we kind of do something else, since we've done 2D for so long. With the 68 research points that we have, let's look into possibly a new topic. If I'm going to go 3D, I could, I think I've already, no, I don't think I've done a vampire one, actually. I don't think I've done a vampire one. Dystopian werewolf vocabulary. Vampire. I'm trying to think of a vampire game. Maybe Vampire would be the closest thing. I don't know if there's actually a lot of vampire games out there. And I think Vampire is more of an adventure kind of game in real life. So there's so many topics. I love it. Yeah, let's do that. And let's go here. And maybe start looking into some more like a branching story. If I'm going to do 3D graphics, I would kind of like to start getting into maybe like the RPG, like the role-playing aspect games. So we can maybe start doing a little bit of that. Platform news today, Grapple, the company responsible for a massively successful phone, has announced their plans to release a tablet device called the Pad. The iPad. Tablet devices are not a new idea in the computing industry, but earlier attempts never seemed to take off. Many expect the Pad to do very well. Yeah, and if you know, 3D games on like mobile devices don't really actually, you know, let's be real here. 3D, I know they exist, but just because they exist, I mean, come on, man. It's actually kind of interesting that we got 213,000 people visiting the booth this year when we did a very small one. So that's pretty cool. I'm thinking about doing some more training here. Let's look at a few. I wish the one thing about this game is like there is no such thing as pausing time unless you are maybe in a menu, but we do have a special training for this man, for Wesley, if we choose to do this, but we need 2 more research points. So let's just quickly throw in a contract work and see if I can possibly get a nice little couple of research points so I can give him a nice training here. Oh, contract successful. Very good. Let's do this. Go that route. Let's grab that money. Thank you, honey. All right, 20 indeed. All right, so let's go ahead and give him the special training. We will do that. Boost it so that we can have this boost going on, even though I tend to forget to use the boost. Transferred 39k. Perfect. All right, well, let's do our first ever 3D game. Let's start developing on that. Actually, let's wait for him to get done with training, then we'll start developing our first 3D game. We are at $3.5 million. This is going to be maybe today the new game platform, the iPad, has been released. Do I go for it or do I go for a safe option here? You know what? Let's just go for it. We'll develop a medium-sized game. We will pick the topic of vampires. Vampires that like adventure. The platform will be... let's see. The platform will be Xbox, PlayStation 3. Do we want to spend $500,000 on that? Actually, no. We'll just do Xbox for now. Just a single. Yeah. And then we'll make sure we use the Unreal Cans version 6. This will be Vampire Cans. And we will do 3D graphics this time so that we can start leveling that up. That will be a lot cheaper, of course. Start development. This will be our first 3D game. Right. I want to try to put everything that we possibly have, or possibly can, I should say. Everything engine-wise. So engine, we're going to need 68%. 68%. I see. We can kind of differ that a bit. Gameplay will go up to maybe there. And then engine will increase a little bit here. Now, with the story and quest for an adventure vampire game, I think it's probably very important for this. Gameplay, very important. Engine, we can probably bring back down a little bit. And kind of go a little bit higher on story and quest. Yeah, engine is multiplayer, mod support. Yeah, we don't really need that much kind of stuff. There we go. Who do we have? Wesley, Edward, and Cans on this. I could put Edward on that instead. No, Edward's doing gameplay. I could put Wesley on that. Let's put Wesley on that and Cans on that. There we go. Let's switch them up. Naturally generating hype. And that's just how it's going to be from here on out. I think with any game we make, it's just going to be hype. It's actually going pretty well. Okay, so dialogues, level design, and artificial intelligence. We will add AI companions to this because I think that makes sense for this. Dialogue in a vampire adventure game could possibly be enough. Possibly. We have Annette Flowers, and we have her as a backup. We do have her as a backup. We have like a strong 4 core here. But we'll see if there's anybody to actually lose their job. It would be Annette Flowers first. But we'll see. I don't want to have to do that, but if it comes to that, well, you know, we'll have to see. Let's do that. Technology is falling a bit behind on this one here. Okay, that's okay. There's so many bugs on this one too. Yes, so we want open world design for this adventure game. I think so. Day and night cycle, rich backstory. Absolutely. We could probably bring down the sound of it and work on world design a little bit more. I like that. You could even crank up world design a bit. Graphics could probably come down just slightly. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's quite expensive to have a person who is just the backup, but you know, if things get more, if we get like a whole nother office and all that, maybe she can come with us and things like that. But all right, so we got a little bit of bugs taken care of. I don't know if this is going to be a record-breaking one here. It seems that the market responds particularly well to games with topics at the moment, well to games with new topics. Okay, popular new topics. Now, I don't know if vampire actually falls into the new topic category. I guess we'll find out. But this could be a make or break moment for Vampire. Or I guess for CanStar in this case. 42 hype, we'll release. Was no records across it. We did level up our gameplay. We did level up our 3D graphics to level 2. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So trying to grind that out now is a whole freaking thing. Not the version though, it was just the level of version 1. Honestly, I think this is going to be probably a very middle of the road kind of game, because I'm very unsure. Salary increase due to increases. We have a salary increase for Edward. New research available is skill trees. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start doing some contract work while we wait for this to go out. Futuristic application is what we are working on. That's interesting. The first reviews are in. Not bad, not good. Uninspiring. Pretty bad. Has its moments. Now, there's a lot of questions around this. Is it because the topic of a vampire adventure game is really bad, or is it because we are using a very old version, as in version 1 of 3D? I'm not entirely sure, and you can obviously see we were cooking pretty nicely with the 2Ds. But anyways, we should be able to, I think, at least maybe break even on this. I hope. I really do hope. Oh, the sales went up even more. Okay. They might be coming in. $160,000 to our bank account. So we're gonna see about a possible sequel, so that we can kind of pat ourselves here. The Last of Cans. It was a mature PC rated zombies RPG game. It did well. So let's do The Last of Cans again. We'll go mature zombies RPG PC game. We will also do the Unreal Cans version 6. And this will be The Last of Cans part 2. And I'm hoping this will give us a little bit more. This will help us kind of cushion our money a bit. Now this game, when we did it, it was a 2D graphic game. I think I'm gonna go back to 2D graphic game so that we don't mess up with, because that would be weird. 2D graphic, 3D, 2. Actually, it wouldn't be that weird. Especially if you think of like Fallout and things like that. But You know what? Actually, we'll do 3D graphics. We'll do 3D graphics. We'll do the 3D graphics. It will be cheaper, and we will see how this goes. We'll start the development on it. I hate that I did that right there. So for The Last of Us, gameplay is pretty important. An RPG game, story and quests, definitely important. I'm gonna go with, I went with Wesley on technical. Wesley should do engine. I should go back to designing on this. I think design might go better with story and quests. We'll do the whole thing here. Okay. A little bit of hype. Media inquiry. Hi, this is Arnie from Electric Games. I got word that Kanz is working on a new game. Kanzstar is working on a new game. Would you be willing to share some information on your current game project? I agree. Many of our readers are curious about what decisions go into making a video game and how companies prioritize development areas. Your new game is a zombie/RPG game. Can you tell us whether such a game would usually receive more focus on dialogue or on engine? It would focus more on dialogue. Thank you for your time. So we got to really commit to the bit here. I think that's fair. Dialogue is definitely, for an RPG game, yeah. Especially for a game like, if we're going to reference The Last of Us, right? In a recent interview with Kanzstar, we discussed their upcoming zombie/RPG game and asked company founder Kanz how different development areas are prioritized. In the interview, Kanz said that dialogue is particularly importance for such is of particular importance of such a game, and it seems that other industry professionals agree with this. Every game development project has limited resources, so it's very important to use the time most effectively. So we're gonna go all in. All in on dialogue here. Level design might be a bit good too, but we'll do like something like that. Yeah. Who's doing that? Stephanie's doing that. Edward's doing that. Can I throw myself on that and Stephanie on that? Let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. There we go. Pretty good. All right, so the design is going to be super high in this game. Just naturally. Do we want to spend a big dealio for this? This is actually a pretty interesting decision here, because we could really hype up our Last of Us sequel, Last of Us Kanz, and go nutty here. But I will participate, but we will do the small booth. World design's graphic and sound. I think world design is probably fair. We'll maybe increase the sound a bit. There we go. Go nutty with that. So I think we are going to break a record, though, in design on this game. As expected. Definitely for sure. Bugs! Oh, no. It seems that Vampire Kanz had quite a few undiscovered bugs when we released it. Some of our customers are having a bad time with this, and they demand that we patch the game. We could either spend the money and time to patch it or ignore their pleas. If you want to patch them, we will patch it. And this is actually kind of nice to have like an employee kind of just not used very much. In case for a situation like that, we can go ahead and actually tell her to develop the patch as we are developing a game at the same time, instead of interrupting everybody else, which in this case, it really doesn't matter because we were at the end stage anyways, but it's kind of nice to have like an extra worker on standby in case stuff like that pops up. Okay, so we got, even for a small booth, we are bringing in 200,000 people. Imagine if we had a large one. Vampire Kanz is now off the market. It sold 159,000 units and generated 1.7 million in sales. Not that much. We did not make it into the top 100 booths. Let's go ahead and send them on vacation. Send them on vacation. Send. Actually, we should have released it before we sent them on vacation, but that's fine. Send you on vacation and officially send you on vacation as well. All right, if there's any bugs, I'll take it. Hype is there. Let's not lose our hype. We did hit a record in design. And then we did go for 3D graphics. We'll see if this does us good for the sequel, going from 2D to 3D. Here we go. Due to an increase in experience, the following staff has an increase in pay and it flowers. New research is available for dynamic environment. Now we have a lot of research that we can spend this time around. News. Cans Star has recently released a much needed patch for Vampire cans. One fan said, I love companies like CanStar. They don't just milk their customers for money, but also understand our concerns and make sure that we can enjoy our games. Okay, so we have $1 million in the bank right now. The first reviews have came in for The Last of Cans. And it's a good game. Could have been better, I guess. Shows potential. Nice experience. Now, I do wonder if we would have just stuck with the 2D graphics that are just a higher version of the 3D, if this would have been a slam dunk. Who knows? Maybe it could have been, maybe it couldn't have been. I don't know. But it's almost like if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But at least we are, if anything, leveling up our 3D graphics, because we can't get higher versions, I don't think, until a specific level with them. But that's a solid grab there. Very much a solid grab. And we can dissect the Vampire cans, I guess, a little bit more. And actually, we could probably do both. That's a solid hit. That's going to make us some money, which is great. Which is what we need anyways. We need that money, honey. Let's see. Anything else exactly that we want to add? Multi-genre. Okay, that's pretty sick. 2D graphics version 3. There's a lot that is taking... there is a lot. I would really love to do this, but... I mean, if we do 2D graphics version 3, our games could be even that much more better. It just depends on which direction I want to go, I guess, right? There are plenty, and absolutely plenty of highly successful 2D graphic games, even in 2025. Some of the greatest, some of the best indie games that ever exist are 2D graphic games. So this whole thing about going away from 2D graphics to 3D graphics, I don't quite understand, because even nowadays, some of the best games out there are 2D. So I kind of just stuck with 2D, you know, not because new generation tech, you know, new generations means we got to go 3D. Not necessarily, actually. Not necessarily. Find that silly. History. That's an interesting one. That one would probably be hard. You could probably mix that with history and strategy. Yeah, let's unlock that. It seems that the market has normalized again with no particular strong trends at the moment. That's good, I guess. So we don't have to worry about things too much. Multi-genre is actually kind of like... I'm looking at multi-genre a lot. You know what? Let's go 2D graphics. Let's go 2D graphics. And I think I'm going to create a new engine. Possibly. Maybe. If we have enough money, possibly. Post-release analysis for the Last of Cans Part 2. Zombies and RPG are a good combination. We already knew that. Level design seems to be quite important for this type of game. Level design, yeah. Platform genre match, PC and RPG is good. I think we already knew that too. Platform audience match, PC and mature. We already knew that. And audience match, zombies and mature. Great. We already knew that. Again, these things are just things that the game has told us throughout our playthrough. We do have some additional insights. Self-publishing medium games will be most efficient when we have at least 100,000 fans. Publishing deals can give us great exposure and help us reach more players. Okay, that's very interesting. How many fans do we have? Not 100,000. Not 100,000. Vampire cans. Vampire and adventure is an okay combination, not the best. Sounds seem to not be very important. Okay. Platform genre matches. Xbox adventure is good. Platform match, Xbox and everyone is good. Okay. All right. So with the money coming in with The Last of Cans Part 2, we have $4 million. Out of curiosity, if we wanted to go up to just a 2D graphics version 3, we don't need to have the other graphics. We could just do the one and kind of go that way. Have a virtual economy too. That would be an $840,000 engine. And this could be Unreal Cans, was this version 7? Version 7, only 2D graphics. Only 2D graphics. No option. Well, I guess we'll throw in the option. It's 30,000. Throw in the option. Sure. There we go. Oops. Okay. We good? All right. About $1 million on this engine. This should give us quite a bit of research points too. Today, Microsoft has announced their very own tablet device to combat the massive market share of Apple's iPad devices. The iPad features a sophisticated cover that comes with an integrated ultra-thin keyboard. The tablet itself has a widescreen display and an integrated stand. The iPad seems to be a combination of a traditional notebook and a tablet and promises to shake up the market. The new product will be on the market early next year. Kind of like thinking, like, what if we made like a silly like phone, like an iPad or like an iPhone, like an app store, like a Candy Crush dealio or something. I don't know. What if we did something like that? Would that be, I don't know, that might be silly, wouldn't it? New engine is complete. The I misclicked. The Unreek cans version 7. All right, sick. The Unreek. Okay, so I kind of want to develop that history game. So let's go pick topic of history and let's go medium. This will be a rated E game for a genre of strategy. And we will pick this to be specifically on the PC. RPG strategy. And this will be on the Unreek version, in case you didn't know. This is thinking of Age of Cans. Age of Cans. Not going to be multi-platform, just going to be on the PC. And even though nowadays Age of Empires is on PC and like Xbox and stuff, but we will specifically do 2D graphics for this one, and we will start the development on that. Our new 2D graphics version 3. In this game, I'd like to always have as many features as we possibly can. I do feel like the more features, the better it could be for us. Stories and quests. Stories, probably yes. Very much for history. Gameplay, definitely. Engine, probably halfway or so. We want to go maybe higher on the story, I think. Yeah. I think story for history strategy. It's definitely about the gameplay. Engine, not so much. Engine, not so much. Stories, quests, gameplay. I always think of like Age of Empires, Age of Mythology. Fantastic games, by the way. Well, especially Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology is a banger. I think this is fine. We'll go ahead and do that. On our brand new engine. Platform news. Nintendo has revealed that their bid in the next generation of consoles will be called the Wii. The new console features a controller with an integrated display. Now the Wii U, sorry, this is the Wii U. The Wii U, it wasn't received well in real life, but I think over time, people started to actually fall back in love with the Wii U. And even nowadays, I think people kind of wish they might had a Wii U now, or in that regard. There's the thing about the Wii U is that it never took off due to it kind of being a little bit weird, but there were some terrible games released for it, but also some hidden gems in there. There's some hidden gems on the Wii U that you could like definitely yeah. And actually the way just the device itself and what you can do with the Wii U is actually pretty impressive. This is said to make local multiplayer games much more interesting by giving each player a unique screen. Nintendo has always been at the forefront of innovation, and the console seems once again to be a brave move. The Wii U is said to be available next year. Well, The Last of Cans Part 2 is now off the market. It sold 419,000 units, generating 4.6 million in views. I guess we can go ahead and look more into that after we're done. This one I'm a bit scared for. I am a bit nervous for this one. Artificial intelligence. AI definitely should be high. Level design should be high. Dialogue, not so high. Not so high. Yeah. We'll do that. Bum, 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 bum. Virtual economy. We will add a virtual economy in the game this time around. World design, I believe, is huge for a strategy game. Graphics, history. I mean, I think honestly this is already pretty good. Sound, not so much. World design, definitely for sure. So let's take Wesley off of world design. Can we put Edward on that? Edward on world design, and maybe we could put maybe Stephanie on sound, even though our technology is definitely outweighing our design here. Let's put Wesley back on there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, our design is so good. That's gonna break records for this game. We are in the 200s on design, and I do believe it's because we have that 2D version 3 2D graphics coming in here. So this is pretty exciting. Today, the new game platform, the iPad iPad by Microsoft has been released. I actually don't know what the tablet is called in real life. It's called Microsoft tablet or something rather. I don't even know. Let's do marketing. I totally forgot about marketing. Let's do magazine marketing. The iPad has received mixed reviews at launch, with many of them highlighting the fact that the iPad is indeed not the same as the iPad from Grapple. We will see what the future holds for this platform. It's true. I remember people being very disappointed with it. Okay. Stay strong. Stay strong. Go! Records across the board with our new technology and our new engine all together. If we just hit the right buttons, this should be a pretty big game. New research is available. Realistic weather and surround sound. Surround sound, finally. First reviews have came in. Oh! There's a 9. And I truly believe it's because we know where strategy lies with the PC game. And I think we truly know what history and strategy goes together. And I do believe this also has a lot to do with the version 3 2D graphics that we put in. So that's a banger. That's an absolute banger. Age of Cans. Let's use this time to research more stuff. Let's do mini games, advanced cutscenes. Yeah. Let's do dialogue tree for upcoming RPGs, and let's do soundtrack, and let's do new topic into rhythm. Crap. Like, damn it. Rock band. Okay, we'll see about that. There's a clear trend towards adventure games recently. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe we'll look into doing an adventure game then. Yeah, we could probably do that. We could probably train you to get better at some things here. If I train her and she starts leveling up, I'm gonna have to start paying her more. Let's do that. I'll let you do that. Today, the new platform Wii U by Nintendo has been released. Dialogue tree done, soundtrack is done. When I started playing Age of Cans, I had no idea what I was in for. In this type of game, the core gameplay mechanics are really important, and the developer has nailed it. Simply one of the best games I've played. Tom Mott Center. We will actually invest into a medium booth for this game convention, and I think it will also go with our Age of Cans. Our game report on this is history and strategy is a great combination. Already knew that. Sound seems to be quite important for this type. Oh, actually, okay, sound. And top audience match, history and everyone great. Yeah, I mean, that's just, all this stuff. I love the game, but like all this stuff is like definitely for sure. Like, you know this stuff just by experience. We just got word that Age of Cans, which was recently released by Canstar, has racked up 500,000 in sales. It is now a gold record status. We wonder how many more it will sell. And if we get to 100,000 fans, I do actually kind of want to try to do publishing, maybe, and see how that all goes. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe we can get into a new topic here, because I don't really like rhythm. Hunting. Let's do hunting. Yeah. Let's do hunting. I don't really have a lot of confidence in the rhythm. Rhythm to the beat. How many people showed up for our medium booth? Let's see. $327,000. Don't think that's top 100, right? Nope. We are selling like crazy. So we can do a hunting game. I don't know if adventure goes with hunting, if simulation goes with hunting, but if we had multi-genre adventure and simulation, now that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Maybe we kind of shoot for multi-genre. If we do a sequel, maybe we can find an adventure game that did well that we can do a sequel for. Vampire and Adventure obviously did crap. Sports and simulation, time travel and adventure did okay. Martial arts and action, thief/adventure. We haven't really hit the button on adventure games now, have we? We haven't really. Crime and action, sports and simulation, assassin and adventure. We haven't. Maybe what we can do is we can try to find, maybe try to get lucky. If we do adventure, what would adventure be good for? A little bit of hunting, yes. Expedition definitely would be adventure. For sure. Let's see. Let's do. Yeah, let's do expedition. I feel like, well, actually, hang on a second. Before I do that, have I done a? I might have. I think I have done an expedition. I just don't know if it was adventure or not. Maybe I haven't though. Airplane, hospital, superhero, expedition simulation. Okay. Okay. So I have not done an adventure one. Expedition. Medium. E. Yeah, E. Whoops. Genre for adventure. Platform. We know Xbox likes it. They like ease. They like adventure. Maybe we can go multi-platform on this with the PlaySystem 3. And we can do game engine, Unreal cans. The only thing is that I don't know if I'm going to make this a 3D or 2D game. Okay. This will be mount cans. Perfect. We want to level up our 3D graphics for this adventure. We have a nice cushion to do so. If we're going to take a risk, this is the time to take a risk and to level up our 3D graphics. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sure, let's do it. For this adventure game, gameplay's big. Story and quest probably also maybe a bit. Engine probably a bit too. Let's not take away from the gameplay though. Let's do that. That's fine. Now I believe naturally this game will perform lower on design and technology because we are using the 3D graphics. Ooh, people are getting a bit of tired here. Dialogue, artificial level design I believe is pretty important. Artificial intelligence for an adventure game, maybe not so important. Dialogue, yeah. Adventure game, let's do that. Definitely level design though. Age of Cans is off the market, sold almost 1 million units and almost generated 10 million in sales. That is insane. That is insane, man. Boss, a small number of dedicated fans have asked that we release the source code to one of our older game engines, Unreal Cans version 2. Doing so would surely satisfy them. We will give it away. We will give it away. See if we get some fans out of that. In 2 months, the new will be taken off the market. Not a lot of hype for Mount Cans, which is kind of sad. Edward is overworked here. Let's take Edward off of world design and put Cans on world design. Put Stephanie on graphic design. Yeah. Adventure games with sound. I don't know if that was... Maybe. We'll increase that a little bit. Boss, a recent decision to give away the engine Unreal Cans version 2 was met with positive responses from fans. Overall, we gained 2,000 fans. Nice. Yeah, once we get to 100,000, we'll experiment with publishing, I guess, and see how that goes. Everybody's a bit tired. We should probably send them on vacation before we started this whole new game, though. Let's do a little bit of marketing for this. I don't want to lose out too much. We'll do 150,000. Let them finish. Get those bugs out. 150,000 only gave us a little bit of hype. This might be middle of the road. Actually, I'm hoping this is middle of the road. You released one game on it and earned $3.8 million. Yeah, I'm hoping this is a kind of like just a middle of the road break even kind of game now. It seems that the market has normalized again with no particular strong trends at the moment. Send you on vacation, send you on vacation, send you on vacation, and we will take care of the rest of it. Go. Where is our 3D graphics? Level 3 now, so it leveled up again. Okay, good. New research available online play, full motion video, 3D graphics version 2. So there we go. We did level up to now get version 2 on that. That's lovely. So we can get version 2. Perfect. First reviews for our newly released game, Mount Cans, came in. Just middle of the road. 6s, I'll do 6s all day. 5 and 6s, yeah. For what it's worth, quirky but good. Okay, I'll take it. Meh. All right. I'll take that. And then we will go like this and go like that and go like that. Looking at our past multi-platform games, it becomes clear that we should be able to drastically reduce the cost of developing a single game for multiple platforms if we could better optimize our game engines for multi-platform development. Oh, multi-platform optimized. Oh, well, that seems pretty important now, doesn't it? In the meantime, let's go ahead and start doing some contract work to get our research points up as we wait for this game to cook in the oven. Get the sales going. Game report for this. Looks like Expedition and Adventure is a good combination. Graphics seems to be quite important for this type of game. Platform audience matches PlayStation 3 to everyone. Topic. Audience match Expedition and everyone. Great. We have some additional insights. We should try to focus on our entire team on the development of a game. We should try to focus our entire team on the development of a game. Self-publishing medium games will be most efficient. So they kind of still want us to push to that. So it kind of almost makes me think that we should be making small size games still and not medium size. But I guess we can still make medium sized games. It's not hurting us, as you can see. The most efficient way of medium sized games, though, is definitely through... Or it said self-publishing, though. It did say self-publishing, didn't it? Can I read that back again? I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure that said self-publishing, though. Maybe, yeah, self-publishing. Okay, well, there we go. 69. Let's go ahead and do some more contract work. Most of the everything that we have contract-wise, anything we could just smash out, no problem. Our people are very, very well equipped for anything. Now, the game did say, because like they said, use more of your team, use more of your team. That's because everybody was kind of tired at that moment, stuff like that. So that usually doesn't happen, so that was kind of rare. Go contract, do some more of this. Get more research points. We are over $10 million, so that is lovely. It's probably like the most money we've ever had, isn't it? There we go. Market. Wow, it's already off the market. That's pretty crazy. Research wise, let's see. What do we have? The multi-genre thing is something I'm eyeballing for sure. Multi-platform optimization is 100 research points. There is the 3D graphics version 2 though, which is probably very important, but we're gonna need to get a whole nother engine built for that, and I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. So let's go 3D graphics version 2, and let's go basic physics as well, and we'll get that stuff in. And that will be that for this episode. Have a great day, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. All right, take care.